Well, this is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and we're learning about a nonprofit that's working to get families the help that they need.
Yeah, with thousands of kids in foster care because of abuse or neglect, Arrow Child and Family Ministries is on a mission to help kids and strengthen families. We're here now with Scott Lundy, CEO of Arrow, and Larissa Potiomkin, Chief Development Officer of Arrow. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
This is such an important topic to get into, especially here in the Houston area. Larissa, you were telling me some statistics. The number here in Houston of cases that you guys have is pretty high.
That's right. We have about 1,200 kids in the foster care system in the greater Houston area, and statewide it's about 10,000. So you think about 12% of the population is right here in our backyard.
Wow.
Yeah. And how does Arrow get involved and really able to impact these lives in a positive way?
So at Arrow, we believe that kids heal best in a family. And so all of our services are family based. So through foster care, through adoption, through treatment foster care, which is specially trained families to work with youth that have high trauma, and therefore a lot of behaviors are associated with that trauma, and have had a lot of success with that. But we just believe kids do better in families.
Yeah, and we did ask you, like, how did Arrow get started? And it's a unique way. You said a former foster child
Yes.
grew up and grew out of the system and then started it.
Yes, Mark Tennant was our founder. He was removed from his home due to abuse and neglect, and the system really failed him. And so he wanted to do it different. And then I came on board about 10 years ago, as our 17 years with Arrow, but 10 years as the CEO. And then I fostered and was a foster parent, and then adopted my children through foster care. And so we get to see kind of both sides of it that way. And I get to see just the amount of difference that it changes your life. As a parent, it makes you a better human, better spouse, better parent, and so it's been a wonderful thing.
Larissa, it's hard to imagine these children without these foster families and what the road looks like on the other side of things.
Exactly, Owen. We were just talking about that on the drive-in. What happens to those kids that aren't placed with a family, who don't find permanency, and about 50% of those kids who age out of the system without that placement end up incarcerated or homeless within the first year. So we think about the people that
within the first year.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's a very quick change, quick turnaround to the wrong direction.
Yeah, and just not having the life skills that we all really take for granted at home, like how to load dishes in a dishwasher, things like that, that you might not learn if you're in the system and you're not placed in a more permanent place.
Yeah. Scott, what the field of child welfare, we're talking about how it's changed over the past few years in Texas. Tell us about that, because I'm sure the needs change every year. So tell us about that.
So there's two real big changes. Number one is the children that are being removed now have experienced a lot more trauma than the ones that were being removed 10 years ago. And so their needs are a lot higher. What we're seeing is the amount of children that need basic services has gone down, and the children that need more intense services has gone up. So that's been one big change. One of the things that the state of Texas is doing to address that is through community-based care. And community-based care is really shifting from a statewide system where one size fits all and each child has to fit within that service array to now the community gets to help kind of put services in individualized for kids. Mm-hmm. And right now in the greater Houston area and Harris County and the 12 counties around Harris County is actually in procurement for community-based care. So that's something that we're very excited about.
So that brings together, a bunch of different resources to really give each child what they need individually or uniquely. Is that what I'm hearing?
There's a lot more flexibility in the services, and you can innovate. So you can really individualize. So for example, if you have a youth that is removed that has autism, you can then recruit services, ABA services and different for that youth, which before it's just kind of what's available.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
That's a huge connection
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Larissa, if folks are watching and maybe they're interested in learning more about fostering and giving back, to these this wonderful program, where can they find out more?
For sure. You can always go online to arrow.org, and we do have introductory foster parent webinars that we host on a monthly basis, so people are welcome to do that or learn about more of our offerings, and of course donate to Arrow at arrow.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Scott and Larissa, for
Thank
being
you.
here
Thank
with
you.
us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.